Awesome. Good morning. Welcome to Fufilled. 5 years, 2 days, 1 mission. This is our 5th Fufilled, half a decade of bringing this community together, and this room is proof of what that means. We have brands who've been with us for a very long time, since the very beginning. We have Stephanie Lee from Pet Labs here. She spoke at a very first event at Fufilled, then as a keynote, and today she's leading her own session. Thank you. This is not just a loyalty stat. This is a community. The brands in this room have grown alongside ShipBob, and the fact that you all keep coming back means everything to us, so thank you. For the very first time, this is a 2-day event, hands-on workshops, live product demos. If you were here in the previous years, this time around it will look and feel a little different. So let's start with talking about AI. So the way software gets built is changing in real time. AI is collapsing the cost of creating software, testing ideas, and automating workflows. Something that would take us quarters and years can now be done in days. But there's a trap here. A storefront can become AI ready very, very quickly. A supply chain cannot. Because supply chain is not just software. It is inventory, human labor, warehouses, exceptions, and customers' trust. But that does not stop every supply chain company from having an AI story right now. However, the companies that win in this AI native era will not be the ones with the best AI press release. They will be the ones with the strongest APIs, the cleanest operational data, and the deepest action layer underpinning all of it. AI without an action layer is just a smarter dashboard. However, in supply chain, a smarter dashboard is not enough. The real question is, can AI see the orders and understand inventory availability? Can it trigger a reshipment on a lost or delayed order? Does it know that a reshipment must have an upgraded or a faster carrier? The ability to take action, that is the stack that matters. And that stack is hard to build because supply chain is physical. There is no AI shortcut around inventory, warehouses, labor, SLAs, and delivery promises. We at ShipBob have been building that stack for the last 10 plus years. So our AI story is not that we added AI on top. Our AI story is that ShipBob is the action layer that AI needs to operate and fulfillment. So before I talk about where fulfillment is headed, I want to talk about where ShipBob came from. So back in 2013, my co-founder Divya and I, we built a company called Snail Mail Pics. The idea was very simple. People would take a picture on the cell phone, they would text that picture to us, and we would receive that picture, we would print it, frame it, and then mail it to their friends and family, all over a text message bot. We automated everything in that business, except the piece that mattered the most, packaging and shipping. So every day during lunch hours, we would go to the closest post office in Chicago, stand in lines at the post office to ship our packages. And in those lines, we met other small business owners and founders, all trying to do the exact same thing, which is ship something to their customers. The shipping piece seemed so incredibly hard. And we were not fulfillment experts. We were not logistics people. We were simply builders who had run into a broken system. That pain became ShipBob. And so that's an example of Snail Mail Pics, our pictures here. So today, I brought this box. This is not a customer's box. This is the box I wish somebody had handed to us in 2014. Inside the box are artifacts of modern fulfillment. Some of these artifacts go inside the box. Some sit on top of it. Some never touch the package at all. But every single one of them deliver a merchant experience. So let's get started. So the first item of the modern fulfillment is this packing slip. This packing slip represents the physical network. This looks rather basic, but it represents the foundation of everything else, the physical network. Before software can optimize anything, inventory must be received. It must be stored, picked, packed, and shipped. That takes real square footage, real operators, real SLAs, and real process discipline. That is the part of the platform you can physically touch, the square footage, the docks, the inventory, the boxes. It's not glamorous, but it is the foundation. Today, that ShipBob's physical infrastructure spans 50 plus fulfillment centers, inbound dock doors, inbound hubs, sort centers, omnichannel nodes, and customer-operated WMS sites across a global network. The second layer is the shipping label. The shipping label represents the intelligence layer of the network. A shipping label looks rather simple. But this is where physical network becomes intelligent. Behind the shipping label is a series of decisions. Where should this order ship from? Which box should be used? Which carrier should be used to ship this order? How do we optimize between speed and cost? Every shipping label is an output of a decision made using thousands of computations in real time. And every label becomes a proprietary data point within ShipBob. That is data that ChatGPT and other LLMs do not have access to. Operational data from our own network, billions of events across inventory, orders, carriers, exceptions, and delivery promises, and cost. That data compounds. It compounds into better inventory placement decisions. Inventory placement optimization at ShipBob, we run at 55% in-region fulfillment for brands on IPP. Better carrier selection, better delivery estimates. ShipBob's delivery estimate accuracy are close to 98%. That is why AI matters, because when AI is connected to real operational data and real execution systems, it can do more than just summarize what has happened. It can actually help decide what should happen next. The first two artifacts are about moving the package. The next two are about controlling the experience around the package. This one, this third artifact, does not go inside the box. It appears after the box leaves. That's the tracking page. The tracking page represents the visibility layer. So that if the packing slip tells the warehouse what to do, the shipping label tells the carrier where to go, the tracking page tells the customer whether they can trust the brand. And for far too long, the tracking visibility has been treated like a carrier handoff. We give you the link and good luck. But to a merchant, tracking is not just logistics. It's a customer problem. It's a customer experience issue. It's a support volume. It's brand trust. When tracking breaks, the customers do not blame the carrier. They blame the brand. So we're making tracking a first-class part of the fulfillment platform. It's branded, it's unified, it's real-time, and connected from label all the way to doorstep. That is why becoming an official carrier within the Shopify ecosystem matters. It lets ShipBob own more of the tracking thread directly. So you as a merchant, you don't have to guess between carrier handoffs. Fewer where is my order type questions from your customer. More control for you as a brand. The next artifact, this also does not go inside every box. This is a QR code. It represents something bigger. It represents access. So if you scan the QR code on the screen, it uses AI photo matching to find every photo taken of you throughout the event and delivers it directly to you. No searching, no logging in. This is basically what I mean when I say AI should work invisibly. You didn't have to navigate a form. You don't have to fill out a large form. You basically point a camera and it gets you what you want. Now imagine the same exact experience, but for your supply chain. What if you did not have to log into a dashboard at all? What if you could just simply ask, what is my inventory status? What's the best-selling SKU of my product, of my brand this week? Why did this particular order get delayed? Your data, queryable through AI. That is life today with ShipBob. So here's where I really want to lean in. So for the last so many years, every single one of us, we've interacted with a supply chain through dashboards. That's changing. Most of your day-to-day work is going to shift to AI agents, performing those workflows and helping you achieve a business outcome. I believe the new user of the ShipBob dashboard will not just be humans, it will be AI agents. And those agents, they do not need a nicer looking UI. They need access to a rock-solid API and MCP layer that can perform the same functionality that you all as humans do on the ShipBob dashboard. This is exactly what we are building. So tomorrow, during one of our sessions, we will show you what that looks like. Not conceptual, what that might be in the future, but real workflows today running against real fulfillment operations. So hopefully I'll see you all in that room tomorrow. So when you start putting all of the artifacts I described together, you'll see what ShipBob actually is. We're not a warehouse company with just software, or an AI company with AI on top of somebody else's operation. We are a full stack fulfillment platform. So the global fulfillment network gives us the physical control. The warehouse management software on top gives us operating efficiency and consistency. The fulfillment engine gives us decisioning. The transportation network engine gives us cost and speed optimization. The merchant application gives you all visibility. And the API layer gives you the ability to program your supply chain. And on top of all of the levels of stack, we have the AI layer, which gives merchants a new way to operate. We made a deliberate choice over the years to build and own the critical layers ourselves. It was harder, it took us longer, but when you own the stack end to end, you can make changes faster. You can connect workflows that others simply cannot, and you can compound on data that others do not have. So our commitment to you all as we keep building on top of the stack, Your customers will continue to discover you in new fashions. Through TikTok, they might come and buy it from you on Shopify, but at the end of the day, your brand promise will become real in the physical world. Did the order ship? Did it arrive when it was promised? Did the customer know what was happening? And when something broke, did the systems help you fix it? That is the bar now, and that is our commitment. We're going to keep making fulfillment more reliable, more visible, and more automated. Reliable operations, end-to-end merchant visibility, and intelligent automation. These are not future concepts, they are already live, and in 2026 and beyond, we are going to keep making each one of them stronger. So in 2013, I was standing in a post office alongside the way with boxes in our hands, wishing that this infrastructure existed. Today, that infrastructure does exist, and now we're doing the next thing. We're making it more intelligent, more programmable, and making it more accessible to every merchant, giving every brand the infrastructure to keep its promise to the customer. You build the brand, we fulfill the promise. What's worked for the last 5 years will not be what works for the next 5, and we intend to lead that transition. So tomorrow, we're going to show you exactly what I mean, how to build your first AI agent with ShipBob. With that, I'll hand it over to Melissa to talk about where we are investing in the merchant experience and walk through the biggest release in the ShipBob history.